Day 59, let's go. I've kind of realized I'm a little sappy boy. It's like the third or fourth day in a row where it's gray. I'm like, I'm so tired now. I can't even handle it. Sissy. Also, I understand the truck is trashed. I'll get to it. Home for the day. Done with work. Decided to clean out my truck a little bit. So far, I've got one full bag of garbage. And like bro, how many sweatshirts do I have? I have like 10 in here. Before I'm up to 9. Oh my god, dude. That is awful. Kind of embarrassed by how disgusting this thing is. A sleeping bag? That's 11 jackets and a pair of jeans. I have a feeling that my wife is right. I have a problem. I have a jacket problem. Yeah. These are my jackets. I love my jackets, okay? Here's the thing. Every time I go shopping, every time I go to a mall, every time I go to a Nordstrom Rack, I go to the jacket section. Do I go to the shirts? No. Do I go to the jeans? No. None of that matters. What mattered was jackets. I have so many jackets, and I know this is only like a small portion of what I actually own. I'm pretty sure there's like a whole box in the garage full of jackets. See, I grew up here in the Pacific Northwest. I was born in Colorado. That's all great and dandy, but when I was 6, we moved here. So I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. I became very accustomed to wearing a sweatshirt pretty much year round. Like I really enjoy sweatshirt season, is what I called it in Colorado. Here, you just wear a sweatshirt unless it's summer. It's just kind of what it is. Because you have a full fall, a full winter, and a full spring. Those 3 are pretty cool. Summer's pretty hot. And so with that comes, well, a lot of jackets. So my goal is to kind of weed out what I don't actually wear. Because as you watch these vlogs, you've probably seen me wear like 4 of these. I have a lot. Like, I actually don't know how many are here. Let me just count those really quick. I have 37 jackets, and I'm aware maybe 4 or 5. I just don't want to get rid of them. I just don't. I'm gonna go through these and make my wife happy and get rid of some of these because she's been asking me for literally years, almost a decade, to get rid of some jackets. So I'm gonna do that. But not this. That jacket will be with me until the day that I'm buried. That's the sweatshirt I wore on Kasha and I's very first unofficial date. Years ago, we went to our local Sherry's, had some dinner, and I left this sweatshirt with her. let me just rewind. Cash and I met technically through Facebook, through a really good friend of ours, Kara, who you guys have seen on this vlog before. Kara and I were really, really good friends all throughout school because we went to the same school together. And so her and Kasha, after high school, became really good friends because they worked at Friendsview. They worked at Friendsview, which is a retirement home here in Newburgh. And so one day, I was scrolling through Facebook, the Book of Face, and I saw a friend suggestion pop up, and it was a black and white photo, and somewhere I have this picture. I could maybe find it, but it was a black and white photo, and all that I could see in this photo was a green balloon, and that's all I could really make out of it. I could tell it was a girl of some sort, just based on long hair. I mean, obviously. But all I could see was kind of her outline and then a green balloon covering her face. And I was like, that's creative. I'm going to add this person. Because back then, it wasn't like, how do I know this person? Can I add this person? Facebook was relatively new. You just added people because that's just what you did. You had to make friends somehow at this point on the platform. So I added her. She actually asked Kara, hey, do you know this guy? And Kara was like, oh yeah, that's Josh. He's a really good friend of mine. We know each other. We go way back, blah, blah, blah. Went on the whole thing. She added me. We went through the whole messenger, talking back and forth, little thing. Exchanged numbers. And by the time we exchanged numbers, I was chaperoning a senior trip for the high school that I went to at the time because I was already a couple years graduated. And so I went to California with these guys. And that's actually when I bought this little gem. This little gem right here. This is what I call my lucky hat. I bought this hat at the San Diego Zoo. It was some gorilla exhibit that was there that they were really proud of. Not Harambe, rest in peace, my man. But it was some gorilla there that they were really proud of, so they made this like whole gorilla line for these hats. And I bought one. Drive back wearing this hat, she texted me for the very first time. And then we had this whole like back and forth dialogue for hours. Like did not stop texting that entire drive from San Diego all the way back up to Newburgh, Oregon. Then when I got back to Newburgh, she was at a friend's party of some sort, his graduation party, I think. Some guy that liked her at the time, and they were like best friends. She didn't feel the same way. Anyways, long story short, he did something to make her really upset at this party, so she left. And she was texting me, she's like, yeah, I'm just real upset. And I was like, why don't we just meet? Right? Like let's hang out. Let's get to know each other. And so she agreed. And so we met at the Fred Meyer parking lot here in Newburgh, across the street from Sherry's. We sat in her car for hours and just talked. And she vented and she cried and we had a really good time. And it sounds sad, but it wasn't. It really was a good time. It was a good conversation. We had a blast getting to know each other a little bit. And then by the end of it, I was like, hey, I'm pretty hungry. We should go get some dinner over at Sherry's. She was like, well, it's not a date. It's like, no, it's not a date. Like, we'll split the bill. It's fine. It won't be a date. It'll just be us hanging out, getting to know each other. Please. And so, me wearing this sweatshirt and this hat went on the very first unofficial date with what would be my future wife. That date, we talked, we laughed, we had a really, really good time. And like halfway through, she started to get really cold. So I said, hey, I have a sweatshirt. You can just wear this. And she was like, no. It's like, no, it's fine. Just wear my sweatshirt. It's fine. So I took it off. I gave it to her. She wore it, and me full well knowing I wasn't gonna take this thing back because I really wanted a second date, at the end of it didn't say anything. I just let her leave with it. I let her walk away, get in her car, and drive away with my sweatshirt because I really, really wanted a second date with this girl. And so that's the story behind the reason that this will never go away. You guys are gonna be really proud of me. I sorted through everything. All right, let me start with what I'm getting rid of, because that list was actually bigger than I thought it would be. Okay, I have this Emery sweatshirt that is discolored, ripped up, no need for it, and this that I never wear. I did it. I got rid of some. So many, right? Here's the thing, okay? I actually do wear most all of these. It just depends on the weather, the temperament, which ones are clean, which ones are dirty, that sort of thing. These I was gonna get rid of, but it's like Destiny, Disneyland, Destiny. Those ones specifically I decided will be used for like work, like projects that we have going on, handyman stuff, things where it's like this could get ruined. I'm gonna keep those for that because I don't want to ruin the ones that I actually enjoy wearing while we're working. These I couldn't justify getting rid of, but that's only because Kasha has like this big project in mind, which I think is like a giant quilt with like old shirts and sweatshirts and stuff. So I'm gonna keep those specifically for that. And then these are my everyday wear for work, where it's, you know, homemaster's gear. You know, like the gear that I have to wear for work. So anyways, I did it, guys. I got rid of some jackets. You know, I really don't have anything else for you guys today. That was kind of the only thing that I could think of. I went to work, I did paperwork, I went and bid another roof. That's just my everyday. Cash is at work, so she can't vlog. And there's just not a lot happening right now because they just re-locked down our state. They shut down all the restaurants, they shut down all the gyms, they shut down the zoo. Okay. Because apparently the case numbers are going up. I mean, the deaths have plummeted down to essentially nothing at this point, right? Like they were trying to make a big deal out of a state having 4 deaths. And I was like, okay. Yeah. But apparently that's enough to set off a statewide lockdown in certain states. But that's kind of all I got for you guys today. I can't go out and do stuff. I can't like go to the zoo and like vlog Asher having a great time and just really enjoying life because they shut it all down. Anyways, that's the daily vlog. It's every single day. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.